Hi, welcome to the Power Wheelchair Comparison, where we are going to check out the top power wheelchairs on the market today.
When buying a power chair, I think there are a number of things to look for. The speed and versatility is a factor, first of all. The comfort, and I think another important factor is just how it fits through the spaces I'm, needing to get through. So the turning radius, the dimensions, and just how also it goes over bumps and different obstacles.
It's tricky. It's like shopping for a car. You really don't know until you get into the thick of it what's going to work for you. It's actually more difficult than shopping for a car because it's such an intimate decision.
Web series like this are great because you get to hear people's experiences who have been using chairs for years. Maybe you're just a first-time user and you don't really know what the experience is like. So you can watch videos, see the different features, and learn more about what the chairs are like.
I went onto YouTube and I found a very helpful video from Gold Pictures and the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation that compared wheelchairs against one another, and so I could kind of get a sense of what would work for me.
It's the most important thing that that particular chair is going to cover all their needs. For example, if that chair is going to have the proper seat to floor, or if this particular chair is going to be able to go outside, going to go over threshold, some of the basic needs that they have in their immediate environment.
Inches and millimeters really matter, and they matter because depending on the level of injury, depending on the circumstance that brought you to the chair, whether it's something like spinal muscular atrophy or a spinal cord injury or someone with a progressive neuro disease like ALS, the ability to operate the chair, the ability to move the chair, the ability to drive the chair, in many cases may come down to a simple, repeatable, but very small movement, or the ability to transfer out of that chair into bed or into a vehicle may come down to a very minute detail, half an inch about how high the seat is from the floor, or the ability for the armrest to get all the way back behind the cushion to get out of it. It's really finding what are the functional abilities, what is the type of movement, how do you transfer, how do you get in and out of your car, what's life like in your home, in order to come up with the right product that hopefully will meet all those needs.
Some of the most important things that a consumer should think about is, first off, to think about the function and the performance of the product and how it's going to help them gain access to their environment. Whose products do we have the least amount of issues with? Who do we have the least amount of trouble with recalls? Whose products last the longest? How available are those products when we need them? How quickly can we get the service turnaround parts? And how easy is it for us to do in the field to get someone back up and running? So that all comes, that certainly all comes into the products that we recommend. For us, we have a vetting process that any product's got to go through in order for us to bring it to market. It's not just somebody walking in and saying, hey, I've got this great new thing, here's what it does, you guys should sell this. There's a process that it's got to go through. It's got to go in front of a clinical team that we have. It's got to be evaluated. It goes through testing. We look at, what's the support in the marketplace? Who do they have to represent it if we run into trouble? What's their capacity if we do decide to do it and a problem comes up? What's their ability to fix it? All that kind of stuff. So for us, for NuMotion, when we're recommending a product, it's gone through that process. It's been vetted. We have experience with it, and we're saying, hey, this is a product we would recommend. This is a product we're comfortable putting someone in.
When you getting a new power chair, actually that's the first thing you want to consider is if the company you're getting from have a repair shop. So if there is a problem with the power chair, they're going to be able to fix it. You want to be able to pick up the phone and call that place for them to come and take care of it. So when you work with a company that from the beginning you're having a difficulty getting hold of them, know what's going to happen if your equipment breaks.
I'm Michael, and I'm C7, and I'm looking for a power chair because I'm getting older, shoulders are starting to wear out a little bit, and I could use one of these chairs.
There's nothing to prove to anybody, right? No one's going to judge you if you're in a manual chair or a power chair or a wheelchair at all. There's nothing to be gained from suffering through pushing around a manual chair just out of ego when maybe a power chair would help you get around and be more independent. I like to use the example of sort of a gas tank, right? You put gas in your car, you've got a limited amount of gas. If you spend all of your gas running errands and none of your gas doing anything fun, and then you go to do something fun and run out of gas, you're stuck, you can't do it. The same thing applies to mobility. If you spend all of your effort accomplishing, getting out of bed and brushing your teeth and going to the kitchen and cook, and you've got no time or no energy to go see your kids play soccer or to go to the church social or whatever it is you want to do because you've wasted all your energy, then that piece of mobility device is really not providing you independence. It's helping you accomplish the basics, but not any of the fun, great stuff that life has to offer. So I think a lot of people get caught up in seeing, hey, I want to use this wheelchair as a form of exercise, or I want to look as least disabled as I possibly can, and it's a dangerous trap to fall into because it keeps you from having the independence or the quality of life that you could have by having the right piece of equipment.
Transportation provided by Braun Ability. The Power Wheelchair Comparison Web Series, brought to you by the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation and Gold Pictures.